What's up, you all? Welcome back to Timster. Quest 3 now confirms 2 different headsets, and it's now in the phone app, possibly and potentially because they're sending out dev kits for those to try out Quest 3s in the near future as it's releasing this year. Now, 2 headsets because one is going to help out that respectable, reputable VR culture that we all admire and bringing on those massive features. Now, the other one on the other end, the other Quest 3 model is possibly going to be a Quest 3 Lite, and these are all from sources. But one thing we do know for a fact that is confirmed that Quest 3 is releasing this year. Now, 2 different models, they might be split within a 23-24 year, but we also know that now that this leaked picture is that this is going to confirm that dev kits are out and Quest 3 is well on its way. The main gripe about Quest 2 is that it's still not really, it's very condensed. It's not as much as PC VR, obviously, in terms of graphics and performance, but Quest 3 now is looking towards to have a little bit more pricier aspirations so that they can have the software and hardware credentials to really help with VR culture and really targeting the VR community that's active and really in depth. But on the other hand, Quest 3 has also confirmed that there's going to be a cheaper alternative. So I'm assuming they're going to have a split and they're going to confirm a Quest 3 Lite and a Quest 3 similar to like what Nintendo Switch does, just to really gather in some new people that really haven't tried it and are scared of spending that extra dollar if they don't enjoy VR as much. And then those who already know I would say the delivery of what Meta does essentially. They may be focusing more on existing VR customers rather than trying to reel in brand new users. They say that they want to get enthusiasts basically fired up about it, and they have to prove to all the people that all this power, all these new features are worth it on a Quest 3 as a standalone, right? That's always a split decision when it comes down to real VR culture. So Quest 3 is planning on having pancake lenses, a more compact form factor, and better augmented reality capabilities. The AR capabilities are looking to be a little bit easier and simplified for Quest users. Their goal is to make mixed reality feel better, make it easier and more natural, to walk effortlessly through your house knowing you can see perfectly well. The Quest Pro is kind of like a flop in itself, so they're trying to put all those features into a Quest 3. So let's see how that actually ends up happening. Their overall goal with the Quest 3 is to really keep retention on virtual reality. Since Quest 2 has been doing very well, I feel that within itself that they put a lot of pressure on themselves with Quest 2, because Quest 2 is very successful but yet still very underrated. So I feel that this pressure can be having them against the wall. What can get us the most profit on top of the most respect? And Quest 3 is going to have to be a little bit pricier, obviously, for the hardware installments and just for software initiations and everything. But then how can we have a Quest Pro and a Quest 3, something that's better than a Quest 2, and in between, and all that being a standalone, right? And that's always been the main thing with virtual reality, on top of it being seamless. Their main goal is to make this as seamless as possible, and in order to make virtual reality seamless, you have to make it accessible, which is why their split decision on possibly creating that Quest 3 Lite and a Quest 3 in general, and just trying to target both audience but bring in the same way. They initially just did this with the Quest Pro and trying to target what enthusiasts and like workers at the same time, while really going in on updating a Quest 2. It hasn't worked on that split decision. Quest Pro completely flopped just because they focused too much on mainstream. Could possibly be more of a rush situation. While now the Quest 3, they want to focus more on actual gaming, entertainment, social interactions, on top of a performance essential that Quest Pro does have. Maybe bring along some of the things that you don't need to be, as far as like a bigger chip and everything. While Quest 2 remains completely updated, which is huge, and I think they're trying to bring on that culture over there because they know that Quest 2 people are very loyal, including myself. I'm really loyal to what Quest 2 has done. It's amazing what they have done in just that standalone process from the last 2 years. Their goal was to try to get more ads into that Quest Pro, and yet they failed on it. They felt that it wasn't a good idea to just rush everything, and that this time around they really want to really land that process on the Quest 3, and I think they are going to land it really well, especially since they canceled another Quest Pro type. There was going to be a Quest Pro 2, I believe, and they definitely canceled that for maybe 2025. So that's huge, so they can just focus on this Quest 3 when it comes out and focus on updates within out, maybe even stop some form of updates on a Quest 2 would also help them, man. So that's just what happens. I think that Quest 3 and Quest 3 Lite is going to be the best decision for anyone, for one, to get in new users, and for one to really help and dive into what the community is asking for a standalone VR headset. So y'all gotta let me know what's up. Are y'all interested in what Quest 3 has to offer, or are you rocking more with the PSVR 2? Are you still gonna stay PC VR? I think their main goal is to overall start trying to eliminate PC VR performance in general. So I'm with it, and I think that's gonna be the best decision ever, man. I appreciate y'all, and hit us up with thumbs up and likes. Peace.